For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manz, and I would like to answer a question from a subscriber about the Whole Foods market trade that we talked about in another video. This was a fastball short setup on the Nasdaq scalper strategy. 88.52 is the entry that we're interested in. 88.14 was the scalp target on it. And the question was, where would you put a stop loss on this trade when you initiate it? So a very good question, and I would just like to take a quick look at the chart and discuss a couple of what I would consider acceptable parameters for a stop. I like to keep things pretty simple when I'm deciding whether or not to take a trade, and the primary criteria that I have is reward to risk ratio. So in the case of WFM, Whole Foods Market Incorporated, this was on January 8th, 2013. The entry that we're talking about is right off the first 20 minutes of trading. We had this move higher, gets up to the pivot, reverses from the central pivot, pops down, and hits the entry price. Now, prior to it getting there, I've already looked at a couple of things. The first thing that I saw was this set of highs here from the previous session, and those are right around 88.71. So I know that 88.72 is a very reasonable stop. If it pops up through there, I've got a very likely leg higher to the central pivot or possibly even further. And another thing that I'm looking at is this high, 88.61, which on the current trading session had actually generated this spike higher, and would also very likely give me a move to the upside. So 9 cents is a little tight on a stock that has $88.52 on the entry and is already spread almost a dime. So what I'm going to use in this case is 88.71. A move through this line, this 88.71 line, to let's say 88.73 would be where I would look to pull the plug on the trade. So setting stops on these scalper strategy setups is a little bit more fluid than on the around the horn setups, where we have hard stops already defined ahead of time. These are based during the session on things like how wide the stock is currently spread. We don't want to get ticked in on one side of the spread and ticked out on the other side of the spread. I always want to make sure that I'm accommodating the current price activity in the market whenever I decide to set a stop. So I hope that answers your question. If you have any other questions, please feel free to send them to me, Adrian@TraderInsight.com. I hope you had a great trading day, and I hope you have a great one tomorrow.